Welcome to Express Tribune headlines.
In Tehran, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif met with Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khameini following the tragic helicopter crash that claimed the life of Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and other officials. During the meeting, Khameini assured that Iran would continue to pursue cooperation with Pakistan, building on agreements made during Raisi's recent visit. Despite historical challenges, both leaders emphasized the importance of overcoming obstacles to strengthen their bilateral relations. Sharif expressed solidarity with Iran during this national tragedy and invited Khameini to visit Pakistan. In a tense Senate session, ANP's Wali criticized the government for seemingly setting parliament against the judiciary, citing accusations of selective justice. Wali also challenged the authenticity of historical narratives taught in schools, using the symbolic representation of Quaid-e-Azam in the Senate as an example of constrained political liberty. Various senators voiced concerns over issues like missing persons and perceived disrespect towards Parliament. PMLN's Dalal Chaudhary called for abolishing laws that undermine lawmakers, while Law Minister Azam Nazir Tarar emphasized the need for balance and respect between the branches of the government, urging transparency in judicial decisions regarding the Parliament. Dr. Yasmin Rashid, a senior member of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, was hospitalized again after fainting in Kot Lakhpat Jail, Lahore, due to high blood pressure. This incident marks her second hospitalization following a previous one due to respiratory issues. After undergoing medical evaluations at Lahore Services Hospital, she was prescribed medications and returned to jail. Dr. Rashid, who previously served as Punjab's health minister, was arrested last year related to disturbances at Lahore's Jinnah House on May 9th. Maulana Fazl Rehman, a leader of his own faction of Jamiat Ulema-e-Islam, is seeking guarantees from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf before potentially joining the opposition alliance, Tehreek-e-Tahaffuz-e-Ain Pakistan. At a joint press conference with PTI leaders in Islamabad, Rehman expressed that discussions are ongoing, but JUIF has not yet committed to the alliance. He raised concerns about the appropriate negotiating party, questioning whether it should be the Prime Minister, President, or Army Chief. Fazl also condemned recent attacks on PTI members and criticized police actions, emphasizing the need for genuine negotiation and unity on common issues to address the country's challenges, including military operations and their impact on local communities. Imran Khan, founder of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and former Prime Minister, has alleged knowing the orchestrators behind the recent attack on PTI spokesperson Raoof Hassan, who was assaulted by a group of trans individuals in Islamabad. Speaking from Adiala Jail, Rawalpindi, Khan described the incident as symptomatic of a system reliant on coercion and threatened street protests in response. Despite previous restraint due to economic concerns, Khan held the government accountable for any potential economic fallout from upcoming protests. He criticized the National Accountability Bureau law amendment and condemned the curtailment of PTI activities, including rally bans. Khan challenged national leaders to lead by example in economic sacrifice and called for televised legal proceedings to ensure transparency. Pakistan must enact a series of reforms and legislative actions within the next 40 days to secure an agreement with the International Monetary Fund for a new bailout program. This comes after extensive discussions covering key economic areas such as power, gas, and monetary policies. The necessary reforms will require parliamentary approval in the Finance Bill 2024-25, with the IMF set to review and potentially announce the staff-level agreement by early July. The federal budget is slated for presentation on June 7th, pressed by the Eid al-Adha holidays. The Federal Board of Revenue initiated physical inspections of telecom companies in Islamabad, specifically targeting those that had not complied with directives to block SIM cards of individuals who haven't filed tax returns. The inspection, conducted under the Income Tax Ordinance, included a review at a telecom office in the Blue Area, where officials presented a compliance report on SIM card blocking as per the FBR's order. The inspection was part of a broader FBR action requiring telecom companies to identify non-filers and notify them about the blocking of their SIM cards by May 21st. Pakistan is grappling with a severe power crisis as temperatures soar to 45 degrees Celsius, particularly in Sindh, causing widespread outages. The country faces a significant power shortfall of 5,845 megawatts, with current production at 18,655 megawatts against a demand of 24,500 megawatts. This has resulted in prolonged load shedding across various regions, up to 8 hours in rural areas and 12 to 14 hours in areas with high line losses. Amidst this, the chief meteorologist warns that intense heat wave is expected to continue, with temperatures possibly exceeding 50 degrees Celsius in the upcoming days. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak announced a national election set for July 4th, surprising many with his decision amidst low approval ratings after 14 years of Conservative rule. Sunak, facing significant challenges within his party and trailing behind the Labour Party in opinion polls, has chosen to leverage recent economic improvements such as falling inflation and strong growth in his campaign. Labour, led by Starmer, has already geared up for the election, focusing on promises to rebuild Britain and criticising the Conservatives for economic mismanagement and instability. Despite Labour's substantial lead in the polls, uncertainties remain, with some voters undecided and Labour still finalising candidate selections. In Berlin, scuffles occurred between police and pro-Palestinian protesters at Humboldt University. The protesters, who numbered around 300, occupied a university building while chanting slogans like Free Palestine. As the day turned to evening, most demonstrators dispersed, although several remained inside to negotiate with university officials. This incident follows a similar protest earlier in the month when police removed protesters from the university grounds. Colombian President Gustavo Petro has announced the opening of an embassy in Ramallah, the administrative capital of the Palestinian state, according to Foreign Minister Luis Gilberto Murillo. This move comes amid escalating tensions, as Petro also expressed intentions to sever diplomatic ties with Israel over its actions in Gaza and supported South Africa's accusation against Israel of genocide at the International Court of Justice. Meanwhile, Israel has intensified military operations in Gaza following an attack by Hamas on October 7th, leading to significant civilian displacement and drawing international criticism for complicating aid delivery in southern Gaza. US President Joe Biden hosted Kenyan President William Ruto at the White House to acknowledge Kenya's commitment to deploying troops to Haiti. This deployment, supported by the UN, aims to stabilize the Caribbean nation, which has been plagued by gang violence. The reception underscores Washington's appreciation for Kenya's willingness to undertake a mission that many Western nations prefer to delegate, reflecting a broader hesitation among international powers to directly intervene in Haiti's ongoing crisis. Ademola Lookman's hat-trick propelled Atalanta to a historic 3-0 victory over Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League final, securing only the second major trophy in the club's 117-year history. Lookman, revitalizing his career in Italy after less impactful stints in the English Premier League, scored 2 early goals and completed his hat-trick 15 minutes before the end. The win marks a significant milestone for Atalanta coach Gian Piero Gasperini, achieving his first major silverware after 2 decades and ending Leverkusen's remarkable 51-game unbeaten streak, known for their resilience and never loosen. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs issued a public apology on Instagram after a 2016 hotel surveillance video surfaced showing him assaulting his ex-girlfriend, R&B vocalist Cassie. In the video, Diddy admitted his behavior was inexcusable and took full responsibility, mentioning his commitment to therapy and self-improvement. Despite his apology, Cassie had previously sued Diddy in 2023 for physical abuse and other serious allegations, which was settled with undisclosed terms. Critics and social media users remained skeptical of Diddy's apology, viewing it as self-serving, especially since it followed multiple denials and surfaced only after the video's release. The preview of Princess Diana's Elegance and a Royal Collection took place at New York's Carlyle Hotel, featuring over 150 items from Princess Diana and other royals, set for auction on June 27th in Los Angeles. Highlighted at the auction is Diana's Murray Arbide Midnight Blue Strapless Tulle Diamante Star Crown, worn at the 1986 Phantom of the Opera premiere, expected to fetch between $200,000 and $400,000. This auction inspired by the sale of another of Diana's dresses last December for over $1 million, marks the largest collection sale since 1997, blending royal style, pop culture, and investment appeal.